kutoka serikali ya Uingereza. Yeye ni waziri wa Afrika, ambayo ni sehemu ya Wizara ya Mambo ya Nchi za Nje, lakini pia ni waziri wa maendeleo, ushirikiano katika maendeleo na nchi za Afrika na nchi nyingine. Hii ni mara yake ya kwanza kutembelea Afrika na hasa kutembelea Tanzania. Uingereza, kama mnavyofahamu, balozi pale Mama Cook amekuwa hapa sasa karibu zaidi ya mwaka moja. Uingereza ni nchi ya kwanza kiserikali kwa kutoa misaada kwa Tanzania, ukitoa misaada ambayo inatolewa na mashirika ya kimataifa kama World Bank. Ingawa tunapata misaada kutoka nchi mbalimbali, lakini kimaendeleo ya serikali kwa serikali, baada ya World Bank, Uingereza ni nchi ya pili kutoa misaada, na wako tayari kuongeza misaada na kuendelea kuwa wadau wa maendeleo yetu. Na ujio wake hapa, natumaini atapata nafasi ya kukutana na Mheshimiwa Rais wetu, atakwenda kuzungumza naye juu ya mipango mingine ya serikali yake ya Uingereza kuendelea kuisaidia Tanzania. Sasa hilo ni kwa serikali, lakini Uingereza ni moja ya nchi zinazoongoza katika uwekezaji katika Tanzania. Sekta binafsi, viwanda, biashara. Tuna ushirikiano na nchi nyingi duniani za kibiashara kama majirani zetu Kenya au China au Afrika Kusini, lakini kati ya nchi 5 muhimu katika uwekezaji na biashara, Uingereza ni moja wapo. Lakini Uingereza sio tu inatusaidia katika kuleta wawekezaji na kuwahamasisha waje, lakini Uingereza imeonyesha utayari kushirikiana na mashirika yetu yasiyo ya kiserikali na vijana wetu na shule zetu, hospitali zetu, taasisi zetu. Kwa hivyo uhusiano wa serikali kwa serikali unapanuka ukienda pia kwenye uhusiano wa kibiashara na pia uhusiano kati ya watu na watu. Na wote mnaelewa kwamba ukitaka kuweka katika mizani ya uhusiano wetu na Uingereza unakuwa ni rahisi zaidi, kwa sababu tunazungumza lugha moja, tunazungumza lugha ya Kiingereza, na wanatusaidia hata kufundisha Kiingereza, kuendelea kufundisha Kiingereza katika shule zetu. Kwa hivyo hilo nalo ni la kutuleta katika ukaribu sana, kwa sababu ya uhusiano wa kihistoria, lakini pia uhusiano ambao unatuunganisha kiutamaduni kwa matumizi ya lugha ya Kiingereza ambayo nayo hapa sasa inafundishwa zaidi. Honorable Minister, I welcome you, and I've just been telling the media that this is an important visit to us in Tanzania, because first of all it confirms the very strong historical relations that exist between Tanzania and the United Kingdom. But also I have informed them, and for some maybe I've just reminded them, that in terms of development assistance, bilateral development assistance, the United Kingdom is the number 2 after the World Bank in Tanzania. And your assistance to us carries a special quality because you are addressing the major issues that are of concern to us in development. In the previous years, you were giving us budget support. Now you have shifted from budget support to equally important sectors, addressing rural development, addressing education sector, addressing rural roads, addressing the health sector, and we are working on a special relationship called Joint Prosperity between the United Kingdom and Tanzania with 4 other African countries. And we are among the 4 in Africa to cooperate in the areas of agriculture, infrastructure, renewable energy, and what else? Sarah?
Water.
Pardon?
Water.
Water. Yeah, these are all important areas to our people, to the ordinary people in Tanzania and the UK, is addressing that. So, Minister Stewart, we welcome you.
Thank you, sir.
But use this opportunity to thank you,
Thank you, sir.
to convey our gratitude to your government, and to assure you of our continuing friendship and relationship and partnership with your country. And we look forward to the next Commonwealth Summit
Very good, sir.
that will be chaired by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in April next year, which brings all the 54 members of the Commonwealth. And we think we share values that are very unique to the Commonwealth. The values of democracy, rule of law, respect for human rights, but also development for everybody in the context of the United Nations development, sustainable development goals, and you are among the key stakeholders in that, but both in the Commonwealth and in the bilateral context. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So you can say a few words, greet them, and
Well, I would just like to say how very, very happy I am to be in Tanzania. I had the great privilege of coming from the aeroplane directly to a Tanzanian primary school, and I saw the wonderful impact which His Excellency the President's policy of free education, policy on free school fees, was having in that school. We could see directly how the number of pupils was increasing in the school. We're very proud as the British government to partner with the Tanzanian government on the quality of education, teacher training, English language, classroom sizes, and we want to continue to develop that going into the future. So we are spending at the moment about £140 million on supporting education. But this is, as His Excellency, the Foreign Minister has said, just one part of the many partnerships we have with Tanzania. This is also our largest program anywhere in the world on water and sanitation. And it was a great privilege to see His Excellency, the Foreign Minister, who I have admired for many years. I was a diplomat originally, and he is a veteran diplomat, a very famous diplomat, famous for what he did at the United Nations, in Somalia and elsewhere. So I've had an opportunity to learn from His Excellency about international affairs, but also to discuss very varied issues. We've discussed education, we've discussed maritime search and rescue, we've discussed emergency response, and the ways in which I hope in the future the government of the United Kingdom and the government of Tanzania can continue to form not just a close partnership, but what I hope will be a close friendship for many years to come. So thank you very much indeed.
well, thank you very much. Let me, before I forget, emphasize on the assistance you are extending to Tanzania and to our security organs in combating drug trafficking. And drug trafficking goes with money laundering. It goes with the human trafficking, and the kind of cooperation and assistance we are getting from the United Kingdom is highly appreciated, and we would want to continue working with you. But also we want to thank your government for helping us with the anti-poaching drive, and to save the elephant, to save other wildlife in this country. The United Kingdom has been one of our great partners in the anti-poaching campaign, and we really want to thank you very much on that one, and to encourage you to continue working with us in these areas, which are not very traditional development areas, but they are new challenges that we are facing. Challenging to our security, challenging to our heritage of wildlife, and others are related to environmental issues, and we we expect to continue this cooperation in these new untraditional areas, but a real threat to our prosperity and to our identity.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Can I just very, very quickly on that, just to follow on from His Excellency's comments. These are hugely important issues because they're issues which are important to Tanzania and to Britain, but of course to the world in general. And we must recognize in the world that Tanzania has, particularly in the environment and in wildlife, something which is of value to the whole world. So we thank the Tanzanian people for what they're doing to protect something which is really of value to all of us, not just for this generation, but we want our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren also to be able to see elephants, wildlife, these things which are wonderful inheritances of nature, of God. And we really thank the Tanzanian people for the difficult efforts they're making against criminals, despite challenges sometimes of poverty and livelihoods, to protect the environment for the future, not just, as I say, for Tanzania or Africa, but for all of us. So we remain very, very strongly committed to supporting you in that area. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, sir.
We shouldn't take too much of your time. Asanteni sana kwa kuja na kuongea na mgeni wetu.